Hey, welcome back to All the Things with Margarita. Today I wanted to show you a few decorations that I picked up for decorating for Valentine's Day. I don't typically decorate for Valentine's Day. My seasons that I love to decorate for the most are fall and of course Christmas. But this year I wanted to give Valentine's decorations a try. And naturally, I didn't want to spend a ton of money to do it. So my first stop was the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to show you now the items that I picked up at the Dollar Tree today. So first I'm going to start with these boxes. And these are little gift boxes, and I actually picked up 3 different sizes. So I have the larger size, and then there's the medium, and then the small. And these are very cute. I love the pattern on them. I love that they incorporate the pink and kind of like this purpley color. And I'm planning to use these in my living room. So I've got a little table in my living room where I like to put out some decoration. And the next thing I picked up at the Dollar Tree today, I know I've seen these little beaded garlands. They've been really popular recently. I've never picked one up, but I've seen them on shopping trips to Hobby Lobby or even at Michael's. They had these at the Dollar Tree today and they were so cute. They're the like creamy white and red beaded garland, and then they have the little heart, wooden heart charm at the bottom. So this one says "Be Mine," and then I got a second one similar again with the wooden beads and the twine, but instead it says XOX. I also picked up these really charming mini clips. And what these are, they're little mini clothespins, and they've got the little hearts on them. I thought they were so cute and so charming, and I have a little idea in mind of a project to use them for. So I got 2 packages of these. And then to go with those miniature clothespins, I picked up these foam hearts, and this package actually has red, purple, and pink. And I also picked up these heart doilies in 2 sizes, so pink and red. And these made me feel so nostalgic for Valentine's Day. They remind me so much of like my elementary school classrooms and the way that my teachers used to decorate the bulletin boards. And so when I saw these, I thought, I have a project that I think they would be perfect for. And then when I found the foam hearts and these little clothespins, I thought, this is meant to be. So I've got those. I also picked up 2 of these galvanized metal signs, and this one says kisses, and the companion sign says, so of course, hugs and kisses. And then to go along with those 2 galvanized metal signs, I found this, and I love the look of this. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think they're going for kind of that more rustic, whitewashed, woody kind of look. And then there's the little sign inside which says you. There's a sweet little burlap heart. This, I believe, is really meant to be like a door hanger or some, a wall hanging. I'm actually going to use it differently, and I'll show you at the end of this video how all of these pieces came together in my. And the last thing I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and that is really my favorite piece from today's shopping trip, was this really sweet little sign. It's an envelope. It has the red and white polka dots. It has the pink and white plaid. And then it has a little removable paper, like a little love note, if you will. And it says sealed with a kiss. And I just thought this was so sweet and so cute. I know exactly where I'd like to place it. Hopefully it works out. I don't know if that happens to everyone else, but sometimes when I'm shopping for pieces, especially for a project like this where I haven't done it before and I'm starting to formulate all the ideas in my head, sometimes I'm, set on it going in a certain location in my home, and then when I actually get home and start moving things around and putting things out, they end up going in a different place. But hopefully this one will fit in the space where I planned for it, and it'll be a cute little seasonal touch. While I was out and about today, I also stopped by Michael's, and Michael's is a little bit on the spendy side in my opinion. I don't tend to shop there very often, but I had been in there a couple of weeks ago, and the one here in my town had a Christmas clearance going on. And so I thought, well, maybe I can use some of those items that they're clearancing out for Christmas, but I kind of reinvent them to use for Valentine's Day. And so the first thing I went and looked for was this felt tie garland. And I love felt tie garland, or sometimes the burlap tie garland. I have one that I use for fall that I just love, and I thought, oh, this would be so cute to put out for Valentine's Day as well. So this one is red, and it's like an off-white or kind of like an ivory color. It's 6 feet long. It was normally $19.99, and today it was 75% off, so I got it for $5. I was very happy. I thought that was a fair price for as long as it is. And I know you're probably thinking, well, okay, that's kind of plain, and it is a little bit plain. So I thought to dress it up for Valentine's Day and to give it a little bit more of that seasonal pop, and to go with some of the other pieces I've picked up, I also grabbed some of this bright pink gross grain ribbon. And my plan is to use this ribbon and tie it into this felt garland and add those little pops of pink throughout. And I also found this really cute Valentine's Day ribbon, and I'm going to see if I can put it up there so that you can see it, but it's got pink polka dots and little white hearts. And so my plan is to also cut some of these lengths and put them in, kind of intersperse the Valentine's printed ribbons and this pink gross grain ribbon through the felt garland, and then see how that look turns out, and see it's very festive. Also in the 75% off area, I picked up this pink and gold ribbon. So this is a Christmas ribbon. They were clearancing it out. It's a little bit hard to see, I think, in this light, but it is a really pretty pink, and then it's got like ribbons of or metallic gold thread running through. And I thought, even if I don't use it for this project, I'd like to have this ribbon. I think it's very pretty, and I can see myself using it for other projects, maybe in spring, but it's definitely a very pretty ribbon, and I was happy to find it. And then lastly, I also picked up this thicker metallic red ribbon, and this is a really pretty shimmery red. It's got some of that metallic thread coming through it. I think it'll be really pretty, and it'll complement those doilies and the foam hearts that I'm thinking about doing the project with in my entryway. So definitely that was a good find, and I think the color is just vibrant and festive. And then I also did pick up some florals at Michael's. So again, these were Christmas florals, and they were 75% off. So this bouquet was normally $9.99, and I got it for $2.50. They're so pretty. The roses themselves are very pretty. Obviously, it does look very Christmassy. There's these evergreen and gold and berries. But the reason I gravitated towards this, and I picked one up, was because it also has these very beautiful, I'm going to put it up here so you can see, really pretty red deep roses. And these are almost velvety to the touch. And I thought those would be really a very pretty piece to kind of put in with some of my decor and make it look really festive and kind of fun for Valentine's Day. Plus, they're kind of a twofer, and I love it when I can use the same piece kind of differently or interchangeably for different seasons. And so I think if I were to return the little evergreen pieces to these florals, I could certainly use these for Christmas in a very pretty Christmas vase. So I'm excited to get started in putting all of this together. I will be sure to show you the finished projects once they're completed, so that you can see how I took all of these different elements and put them together in my space. I tend to decorate the same areas of my home for the different seasons. You'll see here in our entryway on these louvered closet doors, I've used the items that I purchased at Michael's and at the Dollar Tree to create a little festive Valentine's display using the large and small doilies, the clothespins with the little hearts on them, and the foam cutout hearts that kind of look like conversation hearts. We've created a cute little scene. And as I get closer, you'll be able to see how the elements came together, from the cute little heart clothespin to the doilies. And you'll notice that on those, because they were larger and a little bit heavier, I used the larger clothespins for additional stability. Another of the areas that I really enjoy decorating is also here in our entryway. And it's a little bench where I usually put seasonal cushions and pillows. And above it, there's a mirror. And you'll see that I used the little decoration that I found at the Dollar Tree that looks like an envelope, and just another one of those heart doilies at the top to tie it together. I'm really excited with how this looks and happy with how it came out. This was exactly where I envisioned putting this piece when I purchased it. I'm glad it worked out. That doesn't always happen. And if I back up here, you'll see kind of how it all comes together in this area. Now going on into our dining room is another of the places where I like to put out seasonal decorations. And here on the dining room table, I'm just using a table runner that I already had and some florals that I also had on hand. But you'll see that I'm using the container that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. So this is like a little gift box container, and here we're using it as a vase. And I dressed it up with the beaded garland that says XOXO. Back there you'll see that I'm using the wall hanging, the felt tie garland, and the galvanized signs. And I'll give you a close-up shot of those in just a moment. First, if you head over to this side of the dining room, you'll see that I was able to use some of those doilies and the miniature clothespins to create a garland here above the buffet or sideboard. The welcome to our home sign is one that I already had, and the candy dish, candle, and red pedestal are also pieces that I already had. As I get closer, you'll see that I'm using the smaller size of the Dollar Tree container, again as a vase, with those Christmas florals that I had picked up at Michael's at 75% off. You'll see they're not Christmassy anymore. I removed all of the evergreen and the gold, and now we just have the pretty roses, along with one of the beaded Be Mine decorations. And of course, we can't possibly celebrate Valentine's Day without candy, so we have some candy as well. That candy dish I picked up at Hobby Lobby last year, it was actually my only Valentine's decoration until now. And finally, you've already seen from a distance, but here let's get close up so that you can kind of see how these elements came together. So we'll start here in the corner with my galvanized metal hugs sign, and it's resting against the felt tie garland, and I doubled up the red and the pink doilies to create a little bit of contrast so that you could see the sign better. In the center is this wall hanging that I had purchased at the Dollar Tree, but you'll see it looks a little different now than it did at the beginning. I've added one of those little pink doilies to tie it all together and give it a little pop of color there in the center. And then as I get closer here to the kisses sign, you'll see that's my companion to the other little galvanized sign. And again, it's also on two of those doilies from the Dollar Tree. I'm very proud of how this felt tie garland came out. If you'll remember at the top of this video, I had shown you that I found this felt tie garland at Michael's for 75% off. It was only red and ivory to begin with, and I went ahead and used the ribbons I had picked up. I did use all 3 colors. I'll get up a little bit closer so that you can see what the elements look like. You'll notice that here is the little Valentine's printed ribbon. Here's a peek of the pink grosgrain ribbon and the pink and gold. So throughout, it just dressed it up and made it a little more Valentine's Day and a little less Christmas. Thank you so much for watching and letting me share some budget-friendly ideas for bringing a touch of Valentine's Day into your home. Hopefully these projects will inspire you to try something similar in your space. See you next time.